Howdy everyone, welcome back to more for Grisaia. In the last episode, we found out that Mature was into some freaky stuff with rope play. Not really, we just tied her up so that her and Sakaki could get along. And, well, Sakaki kind of came out and said like, hey, I didn't know you were into that Mature. Mature like, no, this wasn't me. I didn't do this. I'm not into that. Blah, blah, blah. Sakaki's like, yeah, whatever. Freak. Weren't you off trying to clear your name with Sakaki? Was I off base? I'm sorry. You are playing Skull Machina, right? Sorry about that. Sorry about that. But then again, didn't it feel really good when she finally untied the ropes? Really? All that stagnant blood laboring to circulate through your body under the pressure of the ropes suddenly surged freely through your veins. I think that must have produced at least a light euphoria as a physiological phenomenon. I myself once experienced a wave of indescribable pleasure just from loosening the belts on my arms after a pressure training session. I love the voice actors. I didn't say you were. You're overthinking this. I see. So you're a sadist? What a hopelessly confused individual. Can't even figure out her own sexual preferences. July 6th. A surprising number of people believe human beings were literally made by the hand of God. They reject the idea that our species evolved from apes as irreconcilable with their dogma. I'm not on it today, guys. There's also a slightly less fundamentalist group that drops the religious language, but believes that some greater power must have guided the creation of humanity. This intelligent design theory might seem like pseudoscientific window dressing aimed at confusing the issue, but personally I can't dismiss their argument so easily. Mainly because I find it very difficult to believe that millions of years of natural selection could have produced someone like my master. A designer with a nasty sense of humor seems far more plausible. If that woman happened to dig up a mysterious monolith from the depths of Jupiter, she would probably have taken it back to her kitchen and used it as a cutting board. What sort of evolutionary process could that have produced her? My master sat cross-legged on my back as I labored through my daily set of push-ups. Let there be light, she said, and lit her cigarette. Next, I heard a metallic pop, followed by a hissing release of carbon dioxide. Let there be beer, she muttered, and downed the can in one gulp. You know, there are a lot of guys who say they don't want to become cogs in the machine. Thing is, though, nobody is irreplaceable, you know? There's always somebody else who can do what you do. Always somebody else. Thinking you're special is like walking around wearing a big fucking shiny polka dot bow tie. It's obnoxious, for one thing. It's only cause you grief. No shame in being a cog. Machines don't work without them. For the most part, the guys who figure that out are the ones who turn out decent and manage to stay that way. What's a decent guy like anyway? You and me, kid. Don't know many others. At the very least, we're a hell of a lot better than the ones pulling the strings. We all need our role in the machine. That's a fact everyone has to face eventually. You can't just crawl into a nice dark shoebox, cuddle on air freshener for 7 years and call it a life. We only take shape in relation to others.
Yeah,
by limiting the shipments to stores, they manufacture artificial shortages, creating the impression of overwhelming consumer demand. The limited availability builds hype, turning the product into a genuine hit. A classic pattern.
メーカーの戦略もあるかもしれないけど、本当に美味しいんだってば。 私好きで切らさないようにしてたんだけど、うかつにもストックが底をついちゃってね。黒ごまプリ立つアイスクリンちゃん。
That sounds gross. Never heard of it.
でしょうね。ユージは食べることにあんまり興味ないもんね。
Look, I don't care what it's made out of. I just like it because it tastes good. The way I see it, there are two varieties of food in this world. The type that's necessary for survival and the type that isn't.
ちゃんとしたご飯も食べないわけじゃないのにね。さっぱりしてるわね。
I'm just saying, fulfilling the basic nutritional requirements comes first. Always first. If the meal happens to taste decent, so much the better, right? But that's a secondary concern.
もうあんたたちまた私の噂話してたでしょ。まったく迷惑なのよ。やめなさいよね。でも私もあんたたちのこと考えてたんだけどさ。
Oh, just a little bit.
よし、今のでツンデレ完璧。
We're always told that unique individuals are valued by society for their outside-of-the-box thinking or whatever. Fact is, though, if you're too different from the rest of the pack, you're just gonna get shunned and pushed outside the loop, you know? Perhaps Machiro mistook that polite fiction for the way the world really works, and concluded it would be wise to become as unique as humanly possible. If so, the girl's a sad byproduct of the mealy-mouthed times in which we live. You're a victim too, in a way. Hang in there, kid.
私何の被害にも遭ってませんけど。やめてよね、そういうの。それはともかく黒ごまプリ立つアイスクリンちゃんの話してなかった？そうそう、みちるも知ってる？当然じゃないの。あまねあれ好きでしょ？
Oh.
実は私のそう、好きだからさっちゃんに買いに行ってもらってるの。買いに？そうなの。そう、それは楽しみね。それじゃあ私はこの辺で。
Hold on there, Machiro. Aren't you gonna finish that last sentence? You got a pretty nice what? Stamp collection? Staph infection? Staph infection collection?
そんなこと言ってないわよ。私のスタイルどうって聞きたかっただけよ。そうよ。ヘアスタイルの話がしたかったの。
Oh, was that it? Your hairstyle? That's exactly the same as always. I don't see why we have to discuss it.
ちょっとユージってば分かってないわね。女の子が自分からそういうことを言い出すってことは少し髪を変えたってことじゃない。
Yeah, I'm the coolest one.
いや、髪の毛は一切変えてないです。じゃあなんでヘアスタイルの話したのよ。変わってないのに。それは今日も変わらず高水準なツインテールをキープしていて偉いから褒めなさいってことよ。
I'm willing to bet that Sashi does that for you.
違うわよ。そうだけど、でも私を褒めなさい。
Interested? I will now compliment you. In the processes of maturation from infancy, human beings gain the motor skills necessary to make use of muscles previously beyond their control. That newfound ability to freely run around is so enjoyable that many toddlers just can't sit still. The majority of children go through a phase of hyperactivity and fidgety impatience as they revel in the control of their bodies. The next step in the process of maturation involves developing the ability to restrain the impulse for restless movement. Self-control, in other words. Accordingly, the fact that you can now sit still long enough to have your hair tied up is proof that you aren't a child. You're a big girl now. Awesome job. Very proud of you. Very proud.
それって逆に子供扱いしてない？もうやんなっちゃう。バカ。
I love that.
みちるってば何がしたかったのかしら。
Haven't you given up trying to understand by now?
シャンシャン、サフランライス、サフランライスのおまんじゅう。
Just when we've rid ourselves of the noisy blonde, someone singing like a drunken sailor arrives in her steed. If anyone's looking for an actress to play a siren whose voice drives men to dash their ships against the rocks out of sheer irritation, I think I found a very suitable candidate.
陽気にアメリカな感じにしてみようかしら。ベンジャミンさん、アメリカ生まれのおまんじゅう。
Oh, let's hear that one more time. That was adorable.
ベンジャミンさん、アメリカ生まれのおまんじゅう。これも違う。やっぱり一人じゃ難しいのよさ。
If I stay here, I'm going to get caught up in something troublesome. This calls for subtle but immediate evasive action. I begin to quietly inch backward along the lobby floor.
ちょっと待って、どこに行こうとしてるの？
Damn it. No matter how subtle one of its movements may be, the intent to escape is surely difficult to hide.
さすがにわかるわよ。明らかに逃げようとしてるじゃない。
I'm proficient at camouflage, concealment, and deception, but clearly stealth under zero cover conditions is a different beast entirely. I'll have to make this a subject for future study.
ねえねえ、あまね、サッチン知らない？さっきから探してるんだけど、どこにもいないのよさ。あー、ごめんね。
Oh, that's
私
right.
が
She
お
went out
買い物
shopping.
頼んでて
Duh.
外出中なの。そうなの？なんだよ。サッチンにお願いしようとしたのに、これじゃ計画が台無しなのよ。
She will now come back conveniently.
あー、もう先真っ暗なのよ。そんなに落ち込まなくても。
Jeez. I'm all depressed now. Wasn't really that important a request. I'm with the money on this one. You're going a little overboard with the melodrama.
落ち込むのよさ。だって馬がじゃあこうしましょう。さっちゃんが戻ってくるまで手伝ってあげる。
I think you may regret making that offer.
だってマキナがこんなに弱ってるなんてよっぽどのことじゃない。
She's fine. She's playing you like a fiddle. She wants the attention. She does this crap just to get everyone to feel sorry for her. But you know what? You know, it's fine. Whatever. You know, whatever you say, whatever you want. You know, you do what you do.
ほらほらマキナ、手伝えることがあるなら言って。だって。
Huh. Sing. It says sing. I can barely read it.
もうちょっと大きい声でお願い。歌って。私のために歌って。
See? What did I tell you? What did I tell you? She's not stupid at all. She knows exactly how to play these people.
何それ？どういうこと？さっき視聴覚室でテレビ番組のアーカイブライブラリーを何気なく見てたのよさ。そしたらおまんじゅう屋さんのオリジナル CM ソングを作って豪華商品を当てようキャンペーンというのをやってたのよ。
Well, that explains the bizarre pastry theme song you were working on earlier.
頑張って作ってみたんだけど、音楽なインテリジェンスを感じられなくて、こうなったらサッチンに頼もうと思ったのに手払ってるって言うじゃないのよさ。いや、さすがにそんなこと急に言われても困るんだけど、オリジナル曲なんてすぐには作れないんじゃないかな。やだやだやだやだ、 CM ソングすぐ作って。私豪華商品を切望してるのよ。
God, just sing him on it. So shut up. What's this prize you're so desperate to get your hands on? A postcard with the word winner stamped on the back?
そんなしょぼいものじゃないのよ。聞いて驚け。なんと商品は夢のシマウマ1年分。応募はインターネットで。
What's the shelf life on a zebra? I thought for sure they live longer than a year. I mean, I'm no zoologist, but I'm pretty sure they live longer than a year. So 1 year's worth of zebras might only be, you know, just one zebra, right? Maybe the zebra's like sickly or something, so they don't have a long, you know, lifespan. I don't know. Maybe it's got a defect or something. You know, like a, I don't know, mentally deficient zebra. He doesn't have the survival skills to live in the wild, so they just give him away as prizes to anybody who really wants him. It's a sad life the zebra lives, but it is a life nonetheless.
シマウマ1年分？それって本当？溢れてるね、夢。渦巻くよね、よく。ゼブラだよね、シマ。
Okay. Did you guys know that Mr. Ed from the Mr. Ed show was actually a zebra? Interesting, right? Yeah. I'm assuming it's pretty hard to raise a zebra in a normal household, so that prize seems really unnatural for a contest advertised to the general public. In the first place, what does a year's worth mean? How many animals?
何が不自然か。大自然のライオンさん一家などでしたら、喉から手が出るほど欲しがるのよさ。
I have a weird feeling she, like, just watched The Lion King while she was just blitzed out of her mind on acid or something. I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to know. So what's 1 year's worth of zebra in an all-you-can-eat sense? I'm not sure how many lions would have seen that program, though. And do you really think they can handle submitting their applications online? They would never tell the truth, because they're always lying. It's okay, you can go with that one.
肉球で文字が打ちにくいのが唯一の弱点。
Amani, I'm getting a feeling that Makina may have misheard somewhat.
私もそう思う。ねえ、マキナ、どんな内容だったか覚えてる？再現して説明してみて。もちろんなのよ。というわけで、ボンボレまんじゅう店の CM ソングを募集してます。最も素晴らしい歌を作ってくださった視聴者の方には、アイスランドでオーロラ見放題、株式会社ナイスフライトツーリストよりシマウマ1年分をプレゼントしますと言っていたのよさ。
Makina, okay, listen up.
何？
I don't think they actually said 1 year's worth of zebras at the end there. Maybe something like Aurora viewing air trip to Iceland instead? Just guessing.
お？あ、そうか。確かに言ってた。シマウマのこと考えながら番組見てたからついうっかり。
That's okay, no more Disney shows for you.
どんな種類のうっかりなの？全然違う。ちょっと間違えちゃったね。一言も島も馬も言ってなかったのよさ。
Well then, the prize has shifted from zebras to auroras. Still interested in making a song for the contest?
馬に比べてロラではちょっとテンション上がんないけど、まあ作ってやってみてもいいかな。ハクションハクション。
Need some cold medicine
もう
there.
あんたたちまた私の噂話してたでしょ。何度言えばわか
I'm
るのよ。
not talking behind your back, Makina. Jeez, alright. That's enough for today, I think. We made a lot of progress. Talking about mentally deficient zebras and all, that was fun. With that, I will see you all in the next episode. Take it easy, everybody.